This is Ryan Elliott for Boxing Social in association with Betfred. We're joined by Frank Smith here in Liverpool. Frank, just watched Conor Benn knock out Chris Algieri in 4 rounds. Devastating.
Great performance, and he's shown time and time again so many improvements. And what a win tonight! You know, Chris Algieri, experienced fighter. He's been in there with the best. And huge night for him, and some big nights to come also.
We always associate Conor with this ferociousness and this aggression, but it was his defensive work that was getting a lot of the applause tonight, and he almost seemed very calm and zen as well. And how impressed you with that maturity?
Yeah, he's been calm all week, and everyone around him has said how relaxed he's been. I think he's just, he's really coming into his own. It was a great performance, as you said. The defensive work was brilliant, and he's learning so much. And when you compare it to when he started out and where he is now, everyone's saying he's the most improved British fighter, and he's got a huge future ahead of him. Some big fights, big nights.
Of course, all due credit for Conor Benn for putting the work in and developing it into the fighter we see now, but also how much respect does Tony Sims deserve for that job?
Yeah, 100%. Tony Sims has been with him since day one, when he turned pro. Has done a great job, stuck with him and worked with him and kept improving him. Tony Sims is a great trainer, had a number of great fighters over his time. And he's teaching Conor so much, and you can tell the relationship they have. Like, Conor wants to win a world title for Tony, so it's nice to see, because there's not a lot of relationships like that. And I believe with those two, they're gonna see each other through his whole career.
Frank, it's not always easy for a fighter when someone's on his way down and they've got a shot loaded. Conor did there; he had the right hand ready to go, and he pulled out of it. We've seen controversies in the last few weeks where people have been hit on the deck. Does that just show the maturity now that he managed to pull out of that?
Yeah, it was impressive, because in that heat at the moment as well, I've never had a fight where I can say in the heat at the moment, because I haven't been there, but I can imagine how difficult it is when you're just going through those motions to do that. So he showed a lot of experience, and maturity there, because we saw just the other week, didn't we, with Shiraz against Skeet, what a difference that can make, and it could have changed the result as well, if he would have carried on with it. So really good to see the maturity from Conor as well.
Been a lot of names banded around post-fight, the Conor Brook winner, Broner, Ugas. What would be the preference?
I kind of think, when you look at Conor Brook, that fight's at 149. I can't see Kell Brook ever fighting below that weight again, let alone at 149. I can't. So he's never going to make 147. Conor's eyes are, completely set on the welterweight division, obviously. I think Broner's a great fight, so let's see. Maybe we can make that one happen.
Just a little word on the rest of the card. Katie Taylor, is this the Serrano fight now? How close are we to that?
Yeah, I think that's the fight to be made. MSG, New York, huge night that would be, and I think it's the kind of fight she needs. She needs to get up for it, and that's the fight she's been waiting for a long time. We've been, it's no secret. We tried to make that fight happen for a long time, and I think we're closer than we've ever been. So fingers crossed we can get that done for the early part of next year. And Katie's amazing what she's done for the sport. From a pro debut all the way through, you saw the reaction she got there. She deserves that big fight, and I believe we'll see an even more improved Katie Taylor in that type of fight.
Joe Cordina, obviously you've signed IBF champion Ogawa. Zelfa Barrett's got an eliminator for that, I think, next week. Who's at the front of the queue going next year if Zelfa wins as well?
That's going to be fun. Maybe that's another fight as well, though. A huge fight as well between Zelfa and Joe Cordina, isn't it? Joe Cordina looks really good out there tonight. I think he was frustrated a little bit with the performance, but Joe's learning, and I think he needed these types of fights before he steps on for those world title challenges. But it's a great time, as you mentioned there as well. Zelfa Barrett against Torimo next week, and then big opportunities for the both of them.
Elsewhere tonight, Sonny Edwards was victorious, and he called out Julio Cesar Martinez. Eddie Reynoso's been on Twitter talking about the fight as well. Is that a fight that you think Matchroom will make an offer for?
That's a massive fight. Definitely one we're interested in. Good win for him. I didn't manage to get to see the fight because we were here, but good win for him, and a big fight. The kind of fights we need to make as well. And El Rey, Julio, is definitely up for it. He's up for any fight. He's a good guy to be around, and I think he wants that fight more than anything. So let's try and get that done.
Frank Smith, thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.